Well, I had a piper that seems to be having a little trouble setting up his Pakistani small pipes. So I need to do some rehemping. I've got a competition on Saturday, and I need to rehemp these anyway because they're going with. But this is the bottom section of the drone here. I don't know if you can see it. I'm not used to being in front of a camera. So you can see the bore diameter is pretty big on the base drone, the bottom section. And then the staple here is fairly small. So what I've done is I took some of the Pakistani hemp, which is orange, which is, I think that's the only color Pakistani hemp comes in. I've got some yellow stuff once, but anyway, that's not what we're talking about. So what I did is there was a fair amount of layering with beeswax until I could get a firm seat here in the tenon, and it fits in like that. And I've never had a dropped reed, so I guess the beeswax is sticky enough and the wood is soft enough that they both cling to each other. Now, that's the basic thing, and you just push it in until it stops. Now, the blades are so soft, and they do tune a little bit weird compared to other drone reeds that I've had. But basically, it's 2 rubber bridles here, and then these are aftermarket blades that I got from a website called Song of the Sea. So anyway, what I had to do to get these to work is the first bridle is just over the catch notch so that the blade doesn't slip on and off. And I have found that it's better to take both rubber bridles and put them on the end towards this end, and then slide them over the blade like this, because if you do it from this end, the blade bends, and then you ruin the blade and you never get to use it. So anyway, there's little moisture notches in the reed body, and there's a couple of notches on the other side. What I do is I put the second reed or band behind the second notch, and then I seat it at the second notch on the body, and yet I can press down on it, and since it's flexible, it stretches anyway. But I kind of press it in so that it arches the blade, the reed blade. Now, I've always had a problem with these particular blades because they don't take very much pressure and they always stop. And a human hair is not thick enough to fill in the last moisture notch here in the body of the reed. So what I did is I took the Pakistani hemp and I wrapped it a couple of times until it held the blade open, and then I would press down on the second bridle until it held it open, and that's how I got it to stop from stopping at the pressures that I play at. And it's actually pretty insensitive to pressure. The only problem is if you don't play your small pipes all the time or every day, which is what I try to do, the hemp loses, it doesn't wick as much moisture, so that the pitch changes just a tiny bit, so you end up adjusting the drones until they lock, and it takes about 10-15 minutes of steady playing, some good slow tunes or embellishment practices, whatever, until they finally settle. And there it is. I also bought these reeds from Song of the Sea. I'm not advertising from them because I've never gotten a discount, and I'm not asking for one. But that's basically the way they're set up. The only way to really adjust these pitch-wise is to to move the second bridle back. I have found that when the reed starts to fail, if I move the first bridle up to the middle, the reed has a tendency to creep and bend in the middle. So if I slip this particular bridle forward, it reduces that bend and it'll actually lower the blade. But in my experience, these little blades last about 6 months if you play them every day, and if you don't touch them or fiddle with them once you get them working. So there it is. It's kind of a screwy setup. I think that this Pakistani hemp actually mellows out the tone. It doesn't sound as aggressive and makes it a little bit more warm. But there it is. That's the basic setup. I hope everybody can see how that is. Good luck and break a leg.